Did you know that one man, armed not just with guns but with words, shook the foundations of the Portuguese Empire? His name was Amílcar Cabral, a revolutionary voice, a thinker and a fighter who turned the struggle for Guinea-Bissau into one of Africa's greatest liberation movements. Amílcar Cabral was born in 1924 in Bafatá, Portuguese Guinea, now known as Guinea-Bissau. As a young boy, he witnessed the harsh realities of colonial oppression firsthand. Brilliant at school, Cabral won a scholarship to Portugal, where he studied agronomy, the science of agriculture. But beyond studying soil, Cabral studied politics, culture, and the reality of colonial domination. In Lisbon, he met other African students, such as Agostinho Neto and Eduardo Mondlane, who would later lead Angola and Mozambique to independence. Together, they dreamed of a free Africa. Cabral understood something powerful. Colonialism was not only political, it was psychological. He declared, "Culture is an element of resistance. If you do not preserve your culture, you cannot preserve your identity. And without identity, you cannot fight." In 1956, alongside other nationalists, Cabral founded the PAIGC African Party for the Independence of Guinea and Cape Verde. Then, in 1963, Cabral launched a guerrilla war against Portuguese colonial forces, seeking independence. But Cabral's guerrillas were not ordinary fighters. They were farmers, teachers, women, and students. He told them, "We are not fighting to kill. We are fighting to restore life, dignity, and hope." The Portuguese army was powerful, heavily armed, and brutal, yet Cabral's forces controlled more than two-thirds of the countryside. In liberated zones, they built schools, hospitals, and even systems of local governance. It wasn't just war. It was a rehearsal for independence. Cabral turned the revolution into a classroom, teaching villagers to read, to farm better, and to organize themselves. His fighters used the dense jungle to their advantage, striking swiftly and melting away before the enemy could respond. To strengthen his movement, Cabral sought international support. He traveled the world, speaking at the United Nations and rallying support for African liberation. His eloquence and passion inspired not just his own people, but freedom fighters across the continent. Tragically, Cabral's life was cut short. On January 20th, 1973, he was assassinated in Conakry, Guinea. Just months later, on September 24th, 1973, Guinea-Bissau declared independence from Portugal. Cabral's dream of freedom had become a reality. Subscribe to Unheard Africa